Good morning, students. Today's activities will start with English section, English skills section. So please help me going to page 44 to practice your reading skills. Now we have read a lot about some gods and goddesses, right? So today's text it's about the Olympic origins. Before start reading, let's activate your brain. Have you ever watched the Olympics? What do you know about the Olympic Games? I'll play a short video for you to think about these Olympic Games. Ready? Let's watch it. So as you just saw, there are many sports that participate in these Olympic Games. Now we are going to read this story. Please try to follow it at home while I play the audio, okay? We're going to pause at the end of each page to check your understanding. Ready? Let's listen.
Olympic origins. Every 4 years, people all over the world gather around the TV to cheer for their country in the Olympics. A gold medal at the Olympics is the ultimate athletic achievement. People in nearly every country send a skillful team to compete. Even some of the tiniest countries in the world have an Olympic team. The Olympics are an international symbol of achievement. The Games bring people together. But where did this tradition come from? To answer that question, we have to go back, way back. The first Olympic Games took place nearly 3,000 years ago. The Games were held in Olympia. This Greek city was dedicated to the mighty Zeus. The Games were held in his honor. Zeus was considered the father of gods and men. He was the ruler of the skies and the earth. Greek people respected him deeply. People from near and far came to compete or just to watch the games. They brought offerings for Zeus such as statues, shields, helmets, and weapons. This turned Olympia into a museum of Greek art and culture.
Okay, so let's check our understanding. Who was Zeus? And how is he connected to the Olympics? So go back to the second paragraph and try to find the answer. Also, try to identify some words from lesson number 3. Okay? Let's go ahead with the audio.
Olympic origins, shields, helmets, and weapons.
Okay,
This turned Olympia into a museum of Greek art and culture.
Let's keep going to the next page.
The original purpose of the Olympics was simply to keep men fit. They needed to be ready to fight in battles for Greece. In the first Olympics, there was only one event. It was a 200-meter run called the Stadion. Men raced completely nude. Over time, more events were added. The games changed and grew. The winner was given a wreath of olive branches on their head. But that wasn't all. Winners quickly became famous. Some got money from their hometowns. Detailed records were kept. The winners' names were well preserved. Unlike today, women were not allowed to compete. Married women were not even allowed to attend the event. However, there was a lesser-known competition called the Heraean Games. These games were just for women. They were named in honor of the goddess Hera. Much like the men, women competed only in foot races. However, they were fully dressed in men's clothing while they ran. There was also a temple for Hera in Olympia.
Okay, let's check our understanding. What are some things the men's Olympics and the women's Heraean Games had in common? What made them different? Okay, so go back to the second paragraph and identify the answer. Okay, so let's keep moving on page 46.
The Olympics were important in ancient Greece. The Greeks fought many wars with other people. Cities in Greece even fought against other cities. However, each year, there was a special truce called for the Olympics. For a full month, all battles were stopped. This way, men could train, travel, and take part in the games without fear. These special games lasted over 1,000 years. Then, a Roman emperor banned them. He outlawed the worship of ancient gods. The buildings were taken down. Over time, earthquakes and floods further destroyed the ancient city. Today, Olympia is one of the most popular tourist sites in Greece. Visitors can check out the ruins of the original stadium. Most of the structures were destroyed, but the history is still there. Going to Olympia gives visitors a feeling of connection to the past. The Greek believed that developing the body was as important as developing the mind. Their education was built on strong minds like Socrates and Plato. Equally important were the strong bodies of their Olympians.
Why was there a special truce called for a full month each year? If you go back on the text, then you'll find something related to this. Did you find it? No? Let's read again the question. Why was there a special truce called for a full month each year? Well, I suggest you to go back on this paragraph. Now, let's see what we have as a grammar check. To show that something is going to happen in the future, we use the future tense. Write the future tense of the underlined verbs on the lines. So number 1, going to Olympia gives visitors a feeling of connection to the past. Olympia is one of the most popular tourist sites in Greece. Number 3, the games were just for women. Remember that we can make the future happen using the word will or going to, plus the base form verb. Ready? Answer the questions.